America's Northwest is a place like no other. I'm on a journey from Seattle up through the last frontier, Alaska.
Forget what you think you know about America, because up here, life is wild.
Oh yeah, wow! Wow, wow, wow!
It's exhilarating.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I can tell in your face.
And it's changing.
The ice is probably thinning 4 or 5 meters per year.
Here, nature has had a huge impact.
Twice a day, the whole neighborhood flooded. Every single day.
So, I'm traveling across to the northwestern extremity of the United States, meeting people enriched by and adapting to the natural world around them.
To discover how this remarkable corner of the world is shaped by nature.
The Emerald City, Rain City, Jet City. Seattle is a place of many things. It's grungy, techie, and a bit sticky. This eccentric outlier of the United States demands your attention. Up here, where fewer choose to venture, this city has been adapting and reinventing. Today, technology is its lifeblood. But when the indigenous tribes first settled here, it was the abundance of nature which provided.
It's quite surprising to think, walking around this city, back when it had its first non-native settlers in the 1850s, much of what we now know to be Seattle was basically just forest. A huge lumber industry started, but it's not the only aspect of nature that drew people to settle here.
Seattle was built on the shores of the Puget Sound waters, an inlet from the Pacific and part of the Salish Sea, from where local fishermen would bring in their catch for the market.
TT! Hey! Whoa, hey!
Pike Place Market is one of the oldest farmers markets in the US.
Wild King, go to New York! Wild King, go to New York! Hey! Wow!
I've been told that they're going to get me to do some of this as well, but they're throwing it really far.
Qasa,
Jason?
how you doing?
I'm good, mate. How are
Good to see
you?
man. Good. We'll get you all dressed up here to catch a fish.
Let's do it.
All
Let's do
right,
it. I'm
well-
ready.
The fishmongers here began throwing fish around the market to make it quicker to get the orders across the counter, and it's become a famous tradition.
You got your name on it. Look at that. Oh, wow.
Jason Scott has been a fishmonger all his working life.
So you have to say,
throwing it.
yeah, you say TT because that's test toss.
TT
For Craig.
TT for Craig.
Yep. Just like this. TT for Craig. TT for Craig. Hey.
I was meant to throw that.
Right, Jackie. All right, you try it.
Okay.
You gotta throw it and then you gotta catch it.
Okay.
All right,
TT.
get close, get close.
Okay.
Aim for his head.
He's not confident. He's
Move
not
everything
confident.
off the counter.
Who thinks I'm going to be able to do it?
You guys gotta cheer loud. all
TT
right?
for Craig.
Here. Hey! Wow! Back jack. Hey! Watch out! Hey! Oh yeah.
Good job. Cheers.
Today, nature draws people to this area from around the world. And it's changing. I've come to nearby San Juan Island to join a whale watching tour.
Oh, it's beautiful out here, and I've been told there's so much other incredible wildlife out here. I really want to see a whale, but to be honest, I'd take seeing any of it.
Kelly Klein is the boat's onboard naturalist.
So Kelly, what should I expect to see today?
Well, we have killer whales here year-round, so the year you can spot killer whales. Humpbacks kind of come in here occasionally, and then yeah, we have gray whales and minke whales. You never really know what you're going to find.
And I hear that it's actually getting a little bit easier to spot because the numbers are going up.
Yeah, for sure. Humpbacks in particular, we saw an amazing rebound in their population once we banned whaling internationally. So in 1966, 95% of their population was gone.
Wow.
They were critically endangered, and now they're officially off the endangered species list.
And the numbers, whilst they've been creeping up, recently they've shot up.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I think 2011, we started to see an amazing rebound in the population, in particular here in the Salish Sea. So they've almost every year increased.
And killer whale sightings have reached record numbers too. According to the Orca Behaviour Institute, 2023 marked the 9th year out of the last 10 where numbers have increased here.
I think this is going to be our first opportunity to see something. If you look over in the distance, you can see loads of other boats just like this one, and they've all sort of stopped, which to me can only mean one thing. They've found something in the water, and I can't wait to see what it is. Kelly, so we've got all these boats over here, and you've got a huge smile on your face.
Yes.
What's happening?
So we just got word, and I actually just caught a couple glimpses of it. The killer whales are pretty active right now because they're hunting a stellar sea lion.
No way!
Yeah, it's the largest species of sea lion in the world. So when they take them down, it's quite the spectacular fight because they do fight back.
So we've got killer whales here. How
Yes.
many?
So I think in total there's 10 killer whales.
10 killer whales here, and they're hunting a sea lion.
Yes, a stellar sea lion.
How often does this happen? Is this like a normal event for one of these trips?
Not really. I've never seen an active stellar sea lion hunt.
Well, then that's going to be
It's very special.
new for two of us.
Yes.
Amazing.
It's really exciting.
I can see it. Well, I can see something moving on the water.
Oh, there's definitely a blow that just came up.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they're blowing right there. Oh my gosh! This is really special. We have two separate families in here traveling together.
Are they working together?
Oh yes, definitely.
Like
Definitely. They have amazing synchronicity. They're
Yeah.
very, very well coordinated. They're pack hunters, so they all work together. Everyone gets a little bite.
Five of them in a row there, do you see?
They're extremely matriarchal, so the oldest female is the leader.
So mum's in charge, making sure everyone gets fed. Sounds a lot like my family.
Yeah. There's a lot of parallels between us human beings and killer whales, for sure.
This is pretty special. I mean, I know I'm pretty excitable and most things I find brilliant, but this is something that... How many people will have seen something like this? 10 killer whales taking on one sea lion, and I've got front row seats. Incredible. Come on, sea lion. I'm rooting for you.
But the natural world has influenced this area much more than just as a habitat for wildlife and a draw for tourists. I'd heard that it had actually changed the foundations of Seattle.
So to find out how, we need to go down there. Hey, Mike.
Hey,
Tour guide Mike Doherty works for Beneath the Streets, which helps to reveal this city's hidden past.
come on, Qasa, let's go this way.
I'm ready for this, Mike.
All right, cool. Is it everything you dreamed of and more?
I genuinely feel like this could be some sort of weird setting for like a horror play.
Yeah,
you know
it
what
is.
I mean?
So what we're looking at here is
amazing.
we are on the old sidewalk level
Yeah.
here. We're
Yeah.
outside of the first floor. The first floor, not the basement of the Sherman building. We're literally under the sidewalk. That's the new sidewalk. People are walking over top of us right now.
Yeah.
And we're surrounded by a giant wall. There is a huge retaining wall that goes entirely around this block. This wall is 6 feet thick. There are dozens of these walls in this neighborhood. That's a small one.
Why did people go to so much effort to create this?
It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah?
But when Seattle was founded, it was just a logging town, right? That's what we were doing here for years. This neighborhood is the original neighborhood. The old mill was right down the street, and this entire neighborhood was built at sea level, across the street from a 600-foot deep harbor.
Not the
Gonna have
brightest of things.
You're gonna have a problem
Yeah.
at high tide. Twice a day, the whole neighborhood flooded. They had one thing in mind: get the logs down the hill, out to the mill and into the water, and ship them down to San Francisco.
The solution to the flooding came after the Great Fire of 1889 destroyed much of the city. They began rebuilding a level higher, creating walls around existing buildings to support the new raised sidewalks.
They built a giant retaining wall around every block in the neighborhood. But just imagine that. So while they're doing this, it's obviously taking a while. You come out of the first floor of the building, you stand on the sidewalk. I can't walk across the street now. There's a wall in front of me. Now the road's up there.
What a huge
road's
job.
up there.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So this is the only part of it, or is there
Yeah,
more?
there's dozens of these. They're
Come
all
on.
over the neighborhood.
Let's
All
go
right,
see
some
more of it.
All right, man. Cool.
Well up for that.
Why don't you step on the pavers?
The vast project involved removing earth from the higher areas of the city to then raise it down at sea level. Eventually, shop owners abandoned their old ground floors to move upper level, leaving some of Seattle with a not entirely forgotten underground world.
There's no rats in here now. Right?
No, not anymore.
Rats are the thing I am scared of the most.
Yeah. There were actually legal businesses down here in the 1970s. There was a hair salon back there. There was a flower shop around the corner.
Yeah.
Lots of different places. They're all gone now.
I don't think I'd come here for a haircut, but it's good to know. Good to know.
Well, they're out of business now, so.
It's massive. This one,
Yeah.
the place that we've been, I mean, look at the space of this.
Yeah, it's huge.
How much of this was there? How far and wide does it go across
There
the
are
city?
dozens and dozens and dozens of these spaces. The entire neighborhood is like Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
Every single block, there's over 20 square blocks of underground. A block is maybe about a quarter mile long or something like that, maybe.
Wow.
Maybe
So,
a little less, you know,
yeah.
but every single block is surrounded in this entire neighborhood. Every sidewalk you walk on in this neighborhood is hollow underneath.
I bet there's some stories from in here. Good, but also some not so good.
People started having illegal businesses in the underground. There were opium dens, gambling dens, prostitution.
What was that? That's water, isn't it, in the pipe?
He's jumpy.
I hate rats, man.
There's no rats. You're safe with me.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
of course. So yeah, a lot of seedy stuff happened.
People
down
even
here.
live down here.
Yeah.
I mean, people moved in and lived down here. There's plenty of room. I could do it now. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like-
I'm definitely not moving down here. But
I wanted to when I first got the job. They're like, Mike, we're trying to keep people out of the underground.
this city is really surprising me. There's so much I've learned about this place, and clearly there's a lot under the surface as well that for so many people
For sure.
to know about as well. Amazing.
All right, let's have a pint.
In the years since the underground was redeveloped, a lot has changed for Seattle, and one of its most iconic features today is the Space Needle. It has recently undergone a $100 million makeover, including the world's first rotating glass floor.
Okay, I can do this.
It was built in the 60s for the World's Fair, when all eyes were on an up-and-coming global city.
Seattle is a place that has undergone multiple transformations. It's been called a boom and bust city.
And arguably, its biggest boom came about as a result of the natural world again, which revolutionised the place with the gold rush. At the turn of the 19th century, the population in this place doubled in just 10 years as it billed itself as the gateway to the gold fields up north in Canada and Alaska.
It's the biggest state in the Union, bigger than Texas and California combined. And just like those early gold prospectors, my journey takes me 1,000 miles north of Seattle to Alaska's state capital, Juneau. But with just around 30,000 residents, it still feels like a town, not vastly changed from its gold rush roots.
I think it's coming right now. Is this him?
So I've come to meet local hobbyist gold prospector Ray Rousseau to get a little dose of the gold fever, which is still here if you know where to look.
Ray?
Good morning. Are you Qasa?
Yeah!
You want to see some gold today, huh?
Oh, I'm glad to meet you, my friend. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Welcome to Juneau, Alaska. Boy, you're a long way away from
Oh,
home.
man. Tell me about it. So where are the gold mines here?
Well, they're everywhere in this town. And then this mountain you see directly in front of us was the Alaska Juneau mine. Back in this day, that was the third largest low-grade ore gold mine in all of America.
Alaska became a destination for prospectors after the mid-1800s. By the 1890s, the Klondike Gold Rush took hold, with 100,000 people streaming up through Canada and some heading on up to Alaska. Often walking for over a year, carrying supplies on their backs. Many never made it, and those who did certainly left their mark, tearing through the environment whilst also creating new communities.
So how much gold is there still out there?
Oh, there's over 100 tons of gold still left in this mountain.
You're joking.
No,
Are
seriously.
you exaggerating just for me?
No, I'm not.
Do you still have those professional gold miners here in Juneau?
Yeah, we still have gold miners right here in town. I mean, the gold's here, the treasure's here, and the drive to look for it's always here.
But this must have been such a busy place back in the day.
Yep.
Full of excitement, full of hope that people were going to gold, find treasure, and then be able to have a brilliant life.
Isn't it? It's everybody's dream. It's darn sure been my dream for a long time.
Maybe today's the day. Do you think we're going to be able to find some gold today?
I think so.
Oh, let's go. All right. I'll see you in a minute then.
Gal Park.
Oh, let's do this. I am feeling really excited about this, I won't lie. This is like, imagine back in the day, the excitement that people would have had going out in Alaska, in Juneau, every single day thinking, today's the day. Today's the day I'm going to find some gold. Today's the day I'm going to find my fortune, change my life completely around. Now, do I think that's going to happen for me today? Let's be honest, no. But it's great to just sort of play that role and actually, yeah, have a bit of fun with it. So really looking forward to it. Ray, come here a sec. What is this?
This is a floating dredge. It's basically kind of like running a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
We're separating the gold from the sand. You can see it coming through. See it?
Yeah.
Watch. It's not that hard to do.
Yeah. Can I have a go?
Absolutely. Come on over here.
Let's do this. It looks quite low tech. Is this like a DIY thing?
It's a DIY thing, definitely.
By the way, if I find like 15 grams of gold, do I have to share it with you?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, yeah, I ain't gonna give it all to you.
Hey, broke, greedy gold miner.
Okay. fair
Okay?
enough. Yeah. Well, to be fair, I better share it with you. You're my ride home.
Yeah, because I tell you, it's gonna be a long swim.
And I'm not swimming in this. It's
Oh,
too
come
cold.
on.
So, dredging done, it's time for the moment of truth.
Now we're coming down to the money time. So it all starts and ends with a gold pan, and you got to learn how to do it. So what I'm doing is I'm shaking it like this, gold being the heaviest. I'm hoping it'll fall right here in this bottom corner.
Yeah.
Okay, right down in that bottom corner. The more you shake it, the more that chance of the gold is going to jiggle and vibrate and go all the way to the bottom.
Because it's heaviest. It's
Yeah.
the heaviest, yeah.
You let the water come in just like the tide, and when it goes out, it's going to pull the material out. See it? And then once you start seeing it turn darker or it's starting to sparkle,
Sparkle,
Stop.
sparkle.
stop.
There's a big
and then-
piece
and
there.
Then shake it all back down to the bottom again.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
You seen it, didn't
Yeah. Oh, nice. That is a lot. We got some gold.
you? How about that?
How about that, my friends? That is genuinely one of the best things that I've ever done. Take some dirt, have some hope, add a bit of perseverance, get some gold. What a way to experience Alaska.
Next time on my journey,
Oh yes, here we go.
I find Alaska to be a state deeply entwined with nature.
Knowing the land and cultivating it is a really big part of the indigenous cultures here.
With a people forced to face the consequences of being
There goes.
on the front lines of the world's changing climate,
Glaciers in coastal Alaska are one of the largest contributors to global sea level rise.
a wild wilderness of American folklore
Yeah, this is real off-road.
that continues to be shaped by nature.
You have to harmonize with it. This is the way life is.